Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review of VH1's Couples Retreat Season 2, Episode 2, called Build the Wall. And with all these six couples, there were walls built, but some was skyscrapers, others were little tree stumps. So just like last season, the couples I guess do this little sit down where they're sitting next like by the water. They ask each other questions. So throughout the season, I guess they're gonna put little snippets of them asking each other questions. So I guess for this episode, the question was, what did you think the first time you saw your spouse, significant other, whatnot? Didn't really take nothing from what all six couples are saying. However, the only thing I really took from it was Radha did make a comment of the first time she saw Michael, she saw him in his gap teeth with his smile. I did laugh a little bit, but I'm just like, I think all of us saw that. So we're gonna get right off into it. That was just a little snippet. They're gonna probably do that for the rest of the season. We get to Ronnie. I guess he has a show later on that night, so he's not gonna be to this episode's exercise, so to speak. So Shamari's kind of like, I wish you could be there. So they go, in the meantime, to spend quality time together. They go sit by the beach and talk and drink, talking about all the couples, what they got going on. But of course, spent most of their time talking about Michael and Radha's situation. And they just, doing little gossip chat about what's been going on just from the first night of being there, just from that one night. So pretty much, I'm pretty sure they have more to talk about because I can only go talk about what we seen. But, they probably showed a lot of things, or a lot of things done happen off camera that we didn't get to see. But anywho, we get to Radha making her little video diary. She's still upset about the night before. Want to let us know she's not going to marry a guy that's going to cater to another woman. And when she leaves, if she were to leave, she's not going to come back this time. Even though that's exactly what you said last season with the last situation. You said you was going to leave, you're not going to come back, you're done. Times in the past you left and you came back, but that time it was done. Next thing we see you on freaking Breakfast Club interview and Michael proposing to your ass. And of course you accept it. But this time if you're to leave, this time, even though this is going to be like the 15th billionth time, but this time it's going to be different. This time you just cannot deal with it anymore. You're going to leave. And you're not coming back. Okay, sure. If you say so. We will see you next season, season 3 of Couples Retreat. I don't want to hear it. We're going to move on to Daniel. Because of how things ended the night before, he's going to set up something nice for Jess. So he set this little brunch with hookah on the table. It was pink. It looked nice, I guess, Maybe that's what she liked to do, so he make sure to get in pink. I'm like, so you was able to get things shipped out? I don't know where the hell they are. So you was able to get the hookah and all that stuff? They have like a DoorDash for hookah or something. I don't know, but he got it all nice and set up. Got a little breakfast. Got some pastries on the table. Jess, she was cutting up on that table. She was grubbing and she made it look good, but like looking at it, I'm just like, I don't really know. I mean, it looks like regular, but she loved it. So Jess tells us she's still a little upset about the whole thing. She just wants Daniel to apologize. She appreciates that he tried to make this nice gesture and whatnot, but she wants to hear from his mouth that he's sorry. She tells him how she feels while they sit down for the thing, whatever, brunch, breakfast. Daniel lets us know in the confessional that he doesn't feel like he said anything wrong. He was just being honest. But like I said last week, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. I get what you were trying to say. It's just the way you're articulating it is not the best. So he tried to explain his side, but he's like, you know what, I'm just going to apologize. And I guess that made Jess surprised that he's actually taking accountability and apologizing for, I guess, saying the stuff the way he said it. You guys been in a relationship for 8 months. Had he not apologized for anything he's done thus far? Why is that a shocker? I don't know. They said they've been together 8 months. this don't even really seem like a real relationship from what me and Twitter and probably America thinks. If it is, that's hard to believe. But if y'all say y'all okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, Jess. But it's giving me very much you just trying to help a friend out, get a check. But Jess says what she needs from Daniel is affection other than the church hugs, because I guess he'd be giving her church hugs. He tried to make an excuse saying, oh, it's because of the makeup. I'm sure she doesn't wear makeup 24/7. For goodness sakes, you guys are sharing a bed, a whole suite, a room for this whole couples retreat. And I'm sure you guys are not sleeping separately. I'm sure you guys sleep in the same bed. And I'm pretty sure Jess takes off her makeup before she goes to bed. So what's your excuse then? Anywho, he said he gonna try. He'll try. And I'm like, let's not try, Daniel. Let's do. Okay? Let's not try. Let's just do. For goodness sakes, you have a kid, a 17-year-old son. Like, I don't know how long it's been since you've been in a relationship or had sex since before being with Jess for 8 months. But it's not like you can't give affection, because clearly we see that you got a damn kid, unless you just donated your sperm and decided to still be in the child's life. I don't know your situation, but don't try, just do. We get to Nick making some video diary about Kiana crying the night before. He didn't realize that's the way she felt and mentioned something, but then starts talking about the days and the weeks, the months and the year. Then he says 322 days in a year. And literally try to think about the math to confirm that it was 322 days in a year. Nick, if you high, just say that, bro, because what? All right. Anyway, we move on to Nick, Kiana, Adjua, and Styles P. They sit down to talk, mainly talking about Kiana and her feelings, especially how she felt the night before with the whole picture. So she explains that she likes to always portray that she's happy and in a good place with her and her relationship and life because of social media and what other people are thinking, because she's with a guy who has such a high profile. For the most part, everybody knows who Nick Young is. And some people, quite a few people don't, but a good majority, a good amount of people, okay? I'm not going to say majority, but a good amount of people know who Nick Young is. And because of his high profile relationship with Iggy Azalea, she didn't want to say the name, but we know who she was talking about, okay? She, with Iggy Azalea and them having a kid and whatnot and stuff, and I think she dumped him. I don't know what will be going on in their relationship. I just know she got a baby by the guy. Okay. So yeah, they're not together no more. So of course he went back to his I'm not gonna say a rebound, but I'm pretty sure she was readily available because they already had like 2 kids together. I think they had another kid after Iggy Azalea's kid. I don't know the details of it. I could be all wrong in my information. I don't be checking for those people like that. But so ever since that, him coming back and just adjusting and whatnot. So she feels like she just needs her own thing because he's retired, so he's home. And she doesn't want to have to rely on him. She's not saying this word for word the way I'm saying it. I'm just paraphrasing. You know how I do. And for those of you who don't, I paraphrase because I can't be writing word for word what these people be saying. Sometimes they talk fast. And next thing I know, it's on commercial. So, anywho, she wants to do her own thing. So she want to go back to school, make her own income, get her own money. And she feels like Nick, at the end of the day, long story short, even though it's a long story, don't support her. So, of course, Adjua was trying to get a feel for how Kiana's feeling. She's like, okay, but you do what you do for you. Don't be trying to post stuff just for people on social media. They want to show us comments that people be saying on social media. We all know this. Trolls will forever troll on social media, no matter what. You could be the best person in the world. There's still going to be somebody who's going to try to come and say something just to get under your skin, just to create conflict. But at the end of the day, it's just, what's that one saying? It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond to it. So listen, just do what a lot of people do. Just block that person. Kiana, you too pretty and fine to be worried about what somebody who probably wants to be in your place got to say on social media. Listen, just block them. Just why don't you put your thing on private? Because at the end of the day, people are gonna still want to follow you, and you can still accept them. But I think it will help diminish some of the trolling that you may get on your social media. That's just a suggestion. Most people will still gonna leave their most public figures still gonna leave their account wide open for people. But that's up to you. We're gonna move on to Claudia and KJ. They playing basketball. Claudia tells us that her and her man have it better than a lot of folks. Maybe, in your eyes, financially, I'll give you that. Financially, you guys got it better. Yes, because we all struggling out in these streets as regular Americans, who have to live paycheck to paycheck. But, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor. We're not talking about us. We're talking about you. This guy don't even know if he want to get married to you, so I don't know how you feel like you have it better than us. He don't want to have kids with you either. And from the previews next week, he, from what it shows, because you know how producers be construing things, he's not even sexually attracted to you. So I'm just trying to figure out how much better you have it than us, other than financial. I'll wait for your answer, Claudia, because from what I'm seeing from just 2 episodes here and a preview of the next, there's nothing better to desire other than your bank account. KJ lets us know that he wants more love and attention from Claudia because she's a social media addict. Later on, we're going to find out she has a gambling problem too. And that kind of diminishes their little relationship they got going on for 3 damn years. I wouldn't have known. But he wants more of that alone time, that attention she gives to social media. She should be giving some of that to him. So for that's making him kind of get cold feet, so to speak. And for Claudia, she want a baby. So she want to have a baby with KJ. They talking in the confessional. KJ talking about they too old to have a baby. And she starts naming off like Janet Jackson, Halle Berry, Kenya. They all have babies in their 40s and 50s. So why can't she? And I don't know how old she is. I think from what Michael said later on, she's 48. Listen, that is true. Ladies who are of older age, I guess you can say, they have kids. You can have a kid nowadays. The way technology be working and everything, these scientists and whatnot be, you could be having kids any type of way. Even if you don't have it physically, you could get a surrogate, get your eggs frozen if she doesn't have frozen eggs already, and have someone else carry it for you. So at this point, you can have kids whenever the hell you want. Okay, at this point, you can have kids whenever the hell you want. KJ, it's just a matter of if you want another kid. Maybe he's kind of like, been there, done that since Claudia said he does have a kid already. He probably like, I don't want to go through that whole thing of pregnancy, newborn, dealing with diapers and stuff. So he probably is in that era where he's like, I just want to have fun, live life, and maybe, just travel like some people want to do. So that's something you guys need to talk about. It's all about communication. I'm going to have to bring that word back from last season because clearly a lot of people don't know how to communicate and just simply have a one-on-one conversation. But yeah, that's all they need to do, really. Figure out what you want to do to see if you guys should move forward together or not. And in this case, since it seems like both of each other want different things, you probably shouldn't. You probably should go separate ways. Then the last thing I put for them two, KJ said they have boring sex. First off, KJ, okay, you have boring sex. So what can you do to resolve that to have more exciting sex? Okay, it's one thing. Okay, you realize what the issue is, but can we try to problem solve that to see how we can make it better? It's one thing to say, okay, this is what it is, but it's another thing to see, okay, how can we come from that to make it better? Like, I don't be understanding what people be doing. Like, oh yeah, our sex be boring. Okay, so do you like the boring sex or something? Because you're not doing anything to. All right, whatever. I don't got time. I spent too much time talking about them already. And the last thing he said was he wants to kiss a clean body. So I guess he don't want to kiss her unless she done showered. So my question to you also, KJ, and this is gonna be the last question before I go to Michael and Radha. Is your body clean? Because you want her body to be clean if you kiss her. But does your body have to be clean if she kisses you? Because if not, then that you're just being a hypocrite at that point. I'll wait for your answer. We're going to move on to Michael and Radha. He gets back from the comedy show and goes looking for Radha. They try to make it so dramatic as if, oh, he can't find her. Did she leave? Goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. She's sitting somewhere by the pool and it ain't nothing. So he sits down, talks to her. Of course, she's still upset for what? I don't know. Because you knew what it was getting into the relationship in the first place. You was a side piece in the first place. Okay. She starts questioning him about the show, after the show, the after party, if there was girls there. He's looking at her like she dumb, like anything, anywhere there's a party, after party, you know there's gonna be girls there. Like, he's not gonna deny it at this point, Radha. Like, you, I don't know why she's so upset, rah mad for stuff. Girl, please. How long y'all been together? How long he been doing this? Didn't you meet him? Like, why are we still talking about this? That's why I understand how Nick felt in Exercise when everybody kept talking about Michael and Radha. So Michael makes mention, like, I don't know why you being so upset, because when we used to have threesomes, you liked it when the girls ate your cat. So she wanna get offended and tell Michael, shut the fuck up, Michael. Then he like, no, you shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, both y'all need to shut the fuck up, because at this point, we talking about the same thing from last season. I'm not gonna go season 1, 2, and 3 talking about Michael and Radha still having this issue. I'm not. And I feel like I'm still gonna have to, because I review the show. But at the same time, what is there more to say other than what I done said already in this review, last week's review, and season 1 reviews? They just need to break up. They just need to break up. So anyway, we get to Jess, Shamar, and Kiana. They sitting by the pool. Radha joins them so they can talk about the relationship issues and situation. Radha lets us know that she's sexually frustrated, and when her and Michael argue, he withholds sex from her. Not her withholding sex from him. He withholds from her. So does he stay without having sex, even though he's not having sex with you, or is he getting that from somewhere else? Even though you only give him a 1 pass for the month, is he obliging to that 1 pass a month? Because if he withholds sex from you, he could be getting it from someone else. So that you're okay with that? Because you say you're sexually frustrated, but you're not really doing nothing about, like, you know, everybody's looking at you like, oh, girl, I don't know. But you accept it, though. Radha, with you, I really don't even want to talk about your issues anymore, because you're allowing it to happen at this point, and you must like it because you've been with this guy for years. Keep talking about you going to leave, you're not going to come back, then you'll leave, and then you come back. So at this point, if that's the way y'all do things, do you, okay? You must love it. Okay, you're gonna stick beside him regardless. So at this point, I'm at my wit's end with saying anything about what y'all got going on. We get to Daniel, Michael, Nick, and Styles P. They sit down, talk about their relationship issues, situations. They joke and clown. Nothing much to take from that. We get to Adra letting us know that she made a little video diary. Her and Styles had a little nasty time or whatever. They probably had sex and whatever. So, I mean, hopefully that helps them bring that intimacy back. So, hey, listen, y'all together. I think they're married. I believe they're married. So, okay, cool. Nice. Moving on, we get to Jess. She makes a video diary. I guess Daniel and her ate something, tater tots or whatever he talks about. It tastes like ass. So I guess now she's saying maybe he won't eat her ass because he doesn't think it'll taste. I don't know. I just put in there like Jessica. Is that her name? I believe Jess. Okay, I'm just gonna say Jess. Jess and ass. That's literally my note. Jess and ass. Something about Jess and ass. I don't know. We're gonna get to the actual. We're gonna get to the actual exercise of this episode, where they build with AJ and John, Sally, whatever. Where they do the building blocks. So they have the blocks saying, different issues that one can have in a relationship. So if that pertains to you in a relationship, then you take that block and you build it up. So you're building a wall that stands in between you and your relationship. So they build the walls with the big Legos. We get to, after, they go through the words to build the blocks, we go with Daniel and Jessica first. I can keep saying Jessica. Is her name Jessica? I would assume so. But I'm trying to say Jess. Daniel and Jess. Okay. So Daniel says Jess is jealous. Jess denies that. Jess explains the reasoning when they was at a restaurant. But Nick is like, nah, man, Daniel don't listen to her. She was jealous. So then Daniel starts to do this dance. I'm like, what are we doing right now, Daniel? What is this? What is this? What is this? What are we doing right now? Nick started dancing with him, and I'm just like, y'all stupid. Next, please. Next. And Jess is looking like, really, that's what we doing? Then Daniel wants to come out saying they not even in love, because Jess talking about she wants more sex and affection, but Daniel's like, well, they're not even in love. They didn't strike strong like, but they're not in love. Jess looks offended, goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, and Jess asks us in the confessional, she questions why she's here. Great question, Jess, because I also question why you're here. Because this relationship with Daniel does not look valid. Twitter also questions why you're here. America also questions why you're here. When you figure that out, just let us know. Let us know. I feel like I know already, which I already expressed earlier in this review. But, I also question. I wonder too. What was the check looking like for per episode for being on here? Because that's probably a great reason of why you're here, which I'm not mad at. Get your coin. I too would go on couples retreat for the coin, even though nobody knows me. But yes, why are you here? Yes, that's a, please think about that. Why you sit there and continue collecting the check. Okay, we'll move on. And nothing to take from them. Daniel just there for the check. Just there for the check. This is a facade relationship. We move on. Before that, she said she didn't like the fact that Daniel broadcasted the fact that he don't love her, and Daniel said all he wants is patience. So, whatever. We move on to Claudia. KJ says Claudia got a gambling problem. And Claudia admits that she has a gambling problem, but says she has a gambling problem because KJ doesn't give her the passion and excitement. And plus because he don't want to have kids with her, because that's why she also put parenting on there. She said he has kids. But parenting, I would assume, is like the way they parent or something in regards to their parenting. You don't even have a kid with him yet to even put parenting. Parenting sounds like an active word. But with you guys, it's not even existent yet, because you don't even, you're not even pregnant yet that I know of. So I don't parenting. I see what you try to do there, Claudia, but no, No. And as far as your excuse for gambling, I don't think that's an excuse, Claudia. I think you're just saying that to put the blame on KJ for your issues you got going on. If you have the money to gamble, I mean that's cool and everything. But clearly, if you admit that and if KJ can see that as a problem, then yeah, it's something you probably want to try to look into yourself to work on your gambling problem. But to blame KJ, that's not a valid excuse, because if you guys were to break up today and you would still go gambling tomorrow and for the next 2 3 years, is KJ still going to be the reason that you gambled? Did you have a gambling problem before you met KJ? Because no, no, I'm not buying that. I don't think AJ and John was either, but they was just letting y'all talk, seeing where y'all coming from. I guess I don't know, but no. We're gonna move on to Michael and Radha. Uh, Everyone voices their opinion on their relationship situation. Literally everyone. So Nick was getting a little annoyed, like, oh man, why are we talking about this? Like, he looked like he was ready to just go to bed. He looked bugged himself. Like I said, Nick, if you high, just say that. But he's like, man, why are we talking about this? I'm done talking about it. Enough, man. Why are we always talking about, okay, can we go to the next person? Kiana looking annoyed. And pretty much Nick had to just be like, look, bro, if you, no, he said it to Radha. He's just like, look, if it bothers you that much, now he didn't say this word for word. I'm just about to paraphrase, okay? I'm about to paraphrase. He said, bro, if you just have a problem with it, bro, just be done with it and just move on. Like, why are we still talking about this? Like, literally, that's how he was talking. Like I don't know if he had to take a shit or something. Maybe he was high and had to take a shit. I don't know. But he was over it. Then Shamari put her, she second that. Michael looking like, whoa, hold up now. No, what? Wait, what? End this? No, we're not trying to end this. We're just trying to work through this. Michael, listen, bro. Like, you know what you want. She know what she want. And if it doesn't commingle and coincide together, then y'all don't need to be together. End of story. Kiana thirds everything that Nick and Shamari said, but she said it in her own words. And that's when we get to Kiana and Nick. We just, since y'all saying something, so why don't we go to y'all? That's what AJ done said. Not word for word. I just paraphrased. So Kiana's already annoyed with the night. She looked like she just want to go. She just want to go to bed. She's done with the evening, but they talk about him. Well, Nick and Kiana's situation, that Kiana wants to go back to school. So they ask Nick, does he support her in doing that? So he says he supports her, but at the same time, he's already used to her being at the house, being a stay-at-home mom. And now he has to learn how to cook and stuff and pretty much take care of the kids. And, he's not used to doing that. Sounds familiar. And you know who reminds me of? Noriega's ass from Love and Hip Hop. I forgot his wife's name already. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. I'll remember. What is Neri? There we go. Boom. Nori and Neri, because that's exactly the situation they had going on this last season of VH1 Love and Hip Hop Miami. So Kiana makes the she knew what she was doing. She makes the metaphor analysis, she makes an example of, well, you be posting yourself on social media, so everybody be thinking you a great dad and everything, but you talking about you don't even really want to take care of your kids. She didn't say that word for word. I'm just paraphrasing. Nick gets offended and he's like, why would you even say that? Like he's saying to her like on a low, but obviously since he's mic'd up, they was able to pick up what he was saying. Bro, why would you even say that, bro? Like that, that's not even the case and nothing. So he gets offended and then he gets him. Well, he was already standing. He was leaned over, but he gets offended and walks away. And that's where the episode ends. He probably just had to go take his shit that he had to go take, but I get what Kiana was trying to say, But obviously, I can see how he can take it as, okay, now you're trying to say I'm not a good father. No, but what we're trying to say is now that you kind of have to, like if she's going back to school, she's not going to be there to help you and really do the brunt of the work, it feels like. So now it's like you're going to have to do a good brunt of the work. They're your kids, bro. You got 3 kids by this girl. So she had to do most of the cleaning, cooking, taking care of the kids. So now that you got to help out and pull your weight, it's the issue. You don't know how to cook. You could learn how to cook. You retired. I'm sure you got some type of funds. You could get cooked if you really wanted to. If you really wanted to, you could learn how to cook. I don't take nothing as, oh, I can't do this, so it's not gonna be easy. We learn through it. I'm pretty sure she wasn't born how to cook. Like no one was born like, oh yeah, I just know how to cook. No, you learn as you go. People make mistakes. The biggest chefs still make mistakes to this day. It's all about learning from them, just working through it, and eventually you'll become decent enough to, if you need to make your kid something real quick, you can. The girl been doing it ever since y'all had your first kid. Like, I don't understand. You guys have 3 kids together. If she can do it, so can you. There's no excuse of, I can't do this, I can do. You better find a way. You better learn. But, like I said, maybe he was high, so he probably didn't even know what's going on for all we know. I don't know. But that was the end of the episode. Listen, it's only episode 2. But I'm going to need these people to get it together because at this point, I'm just like, y'all not making no sense to me the way y'all acting right now. Y'all really don't. But if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you guys thought. And what do you think? Was Nick high? Please let me know. Please let me know. Was he high? Because he gave me the impression like, yeah, I don't want to be here, bro. Like, whoa. Did I really sign up for this? Or did Kiana make? I don't know. You let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.